Hi everyone, so the plan for today is we're going to be solving systems of equations by substitution. So in the past, in 501, we were solving systems using graphing, using our graphing calculators, and certainly we can still check with our graphing calculators, but I want to show you guys how to solve systems specifically by substitution. So let's go ahead and get started with our first example. So solve the linear system of equations with substitution. So the first thing I want to identify is there some sort of variable that's all by itself? And there is. Y is all by itself. So what I want to do is I want to substitute in y for y in the second equation. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to rewrite the second equation, but instead of saying y, I'm going to say parentheses. So I'm going to say 6x minus 5. Instead of saying y, I'm going to say parentheses is equal to negative 19. To use substitution, what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute in negative 2x minus 9 into the parentheses. And then from there, we just need to use our algebra skills. So I'm going to use distributive property first. I'm going to get 6x, which stays the same. Negative 5 times negative 2x is actually positive 10x, and negative times a negative is a positive. Negative 5 times negative 9 is positive 45. Is equal to negative 19. Okay, well, I see two like terms here. 6 and 10 add to 16x plus 45. So what I want to do next is I want to get x completely by itself. So I'm going to subtract 45 on both sides. Okay, when I do that, I'm going to get 16x is equal to negative 64. I'm going to divide both sides by 16. So what I end up with is x is equal to negative 4. Now, that's not the end of the problem. We just solved part of the problem. We want to know, what's the solution to the system? Well, a solution to a system is always an ordered pair. It's a point. So x is going to be negative 4. We need to find out what y is. Best way to figure out what y is plug y back in. So I'm going to plug in negative 4 for y. This is going to be y is equal to, instead of saying negative 2x minus 9, I'm going to say negative 2x times negative 4, which is x, minus 9. Okay? So if I go ahead and simplify this a little bit more, I get y is equal to 8 minus 9, which is equivalent to negative 1. And so our answer here is going to be x equals negative 4, and y is equal to negative 1. So that's basically how solving using substitution is going to work. So let's do a couple more problems. The next one, both of these, y is solved for both of these. So we're just going to pick the one that looks the easiest. So the one that I think looks the easiest to substitute in is the smaller one, which is y equals negative 4x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute in, there's a y here and a y here. So I'm going to substitute in this y in here. So if y equals negative 4x, instead of saying y equals 3x plus 14, I'm going to substitute in and say negative 4x, which is y, is equal to 3x plus 14. And then all we're going to do is solve this. I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides, so x's can be all on one side. I'll get negative 7x is equal to 14. Divide by negative 7, and what we're going to get is x is equal to negative 2. Now, once again, the solution to a system of equations is always an ordered pair. So I have the x value. I want to know the y value. To find the y value, I'm just going to plug in negative 2 for x. So y is going to be equal to negative 4 times negative 2, which is 8. And so y is equal to 8, and y is equal to negative 2. Oops, I wrote the wrong thing there. So y is equal to 8 and y is equal to negative 2 are the solutions to the system, specifically as an ordered pair, negative 2, 8. Okay, last equation here. We can see here that neither of these has y solved for, so all we're going to do is we're going to pick one and solve for y. I'm going to pick the top one. To solve for y here, to move the x to the other side to get y by itself, I'm going to add x on both sides. If I do that, negative x plus x cancels completely, and so I get negative y is equal to 3 plus x. So what I want to do next is I want to substitute in, I guess we're not done here. We need to get rid of the negative. Let's divide everything by negative first. Okay, so if I divide everything by negative 1, I get positive y, my bad, is equal to negative 3 minus x. So what I'm going to do next is anytime I see a y, I'm going to replace it with this whole statement, which is negative 3 minus x. So instead of writing 3x plus y, I'm going to say 3x plus parentheses equals negative 1. In the parentheses, I'm going to put negative 3 minus x. So we can see here there's nothing really to distribute in, so we don't even really need these parentheses. So for the next step, I'm just going to drop the parentheses because there's nothing to distribute in. So 3x minus 3 minus x is equal to negative 1. I'm going to combine these x's here. 3x minus x is 2x. Minus 3 equals negative 1.